Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn north side as the blue Ottomans. We have 5, 2, 4, 1, 8, 2, 2, 6, 4. And spawn this red Sioux. We have Canadian. Got a TP going on up, not big surprise. Provide hit points, gather boost nearby units. And let's take a look and see what natives on this map. We of course got the Berbers, which give you access to the Berber Camel Rider, a light cavalry warrior, fast riding camel that terrifies horses, good versus cavalry and artillery, so it's a Dragoon variant. Countered by light infantry, yep, Dragoon variant. Also got the Berber Nomads, so you can get a handful of villagers that gather natural resources better. And it says stronger and faster in groups. It doesn't say collect faster in groups, just faster moving. And of course here, they are the same as well. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Salty Camel. Salty Camel enraged from carrying heavy bags of salt through the desert. Constructs a salt mine. The salt mine is a 10,000 coin deposit that you can get for 200 wood. So that will be a good alternative to plantations in the very, very late game. And also, if you get corralled into your base as well, 200 wood for one salt mine for 20 villagers. In comparison, that could be 20 villagers, so assume that's equivalent to plantations, which is 1,200 wood. 1,200 wood. Granted, it does have the occasion to be replenished, but still, 10,000 coin is a significant amount. We do have a deck available, so let's see. We do have villagers. We have Silk Road. Crates contain 25% more resources. Trading routes yield 25% more resources. And you got the advanced trading post as well. Most of the Ottoman players eyeing for trade. Anything involving affects trade. Nope, nothing to here that affects not trade, crates or trade. And of course got more villagers, food, wood, coin, janissaries, delis, sabaki, increase the hit points and hit points of obelisk gunners and their grenadiers, wood coin, janissaries, endurance school, increase attack and hit points of Azabs, janissaries, and Nazim fusiliers, Sapahis, cavalry archers, cavalry combat, obelisk gunners, falconets, Egyptian Mamelukes, Coolie School, improve the hit points and attack of all Ottoman infantry by 15%. And factory. For the Sioux, you have villagers, healers, coin, sentinel bowmen, club warriors, axe riders, Lehman trader must turn all your Lehman trade muskets. It turns all your axe riders into rifle riders. Cavalry damage. Great hunter. They'll just gather food 20% faster from hunts, and 10% of all your food that you've gathered is give you as a direct deposit. Overall, the 20% is better. If you want maximum value, it's better to go for this sooner rather than later, because the 1500 is a way to recoup it. Usually, don't have to go for immediately. And bison. Cavalry combat, rifle riders, Tukala soldiers, earth bounty. For rest game, you get a coin trickle and increased gathering of the states. Adoption. Villagers build time is minus 25%, and the build bounty is plus 250%, giving you a massive boon of also trickle of quote-unquote EXP trickle. After all, building villagers is a form of EXP trickle. Sending support, give you 6 axe raiders, increase the hit points of all axe raiders by 20%. Yankton Council, give you 6 rifle riders, increase the damage of all rifle riders, plus 20% damage, just for 6 rifle riders. North American trade, villagers now earn an extra coin while gathering natural resources, particularly from animals. Wakana rifles, light infantry with low hit points. 7 council fires. Send division from the 7 champion foots, and also sets all your war hut research to champion status. So that is very, very cost efficient. I mean, you could pay 400 coin in one shipment to Probably get nearly like 2,000 resources worth of value. Agion, significantly increase the hit points of all Lakota warriors, but reduce the damage done to villagers. Decrease the hit points of all units by 20%. Advanced captured mortars give you 3 captured mortars, enables you to recruit them from the embassy, reduce the resource and population cost. Blood Brothers, and Infinite Bison. Now shipments available. He's going for a handful of axe riders. Poke you with a stick, and a foreign name. Got a shipment of coin now being brought in for the Sioux.
Oh,
More axe riders have been employed in the field. Of course, these are Hussar variant. They do less damage versus light range, but they do have a little bit more damage than Hussars as well. I think the health is a little bit less. Forcing down some houses can always be handy, especially in this point in the game. His opponent is at pop cap. He is going for a fast castle, or not castle, fortress, which can be either really good or really bad. He doesn't have any shipments available. He's only gone for villager shipments, and there's an additional villager shipment there. He does need to get out a house. Of course, he can't. He's at least one house. He has plenty of wood to quickly deploy a house. You need either that for your military or for civilians.
Hazır.
He may be staying with that wood for a town center. He has enough now for town center. Does go ahead and build a market and a house now, as well as artillery foundry. He may want to go for AZAPs or Janissaries against all of these axe riders. AZAPs, of course, have good melee attack versus cavalry. So do Janissaries. I don't think the artillery foundry is a good idea. Artillery Founder does get interrupted there. He does have a stable here, so he can't go for delis. A shipment of Obelisk Gunners is not very good. He knows against fighting against the Lakota, which means he's probably going to fight a lot of cavalry. And now there's a bunch of axe riders here. Seeing those Obelisk Gunners, he better not go for Lehman musket trade, because he sees, I suppose, the rifle riders will do bonus versus heavy infantry, which Obelisk Gunners are classified as heavy. Oh, the classified as light, never mind. Yeah, definitely not go for Lehman rifle trade, because these guys are the counter. Trade post does get torched down there. Does get inside the town center there. Does get a handful of veteran cavalry archers, which are an anti-heavy cav unit. Gives great damage there. Axe riders do have regular. Oh no, yeah, they do less damage versus light cav. The Ottoman Explorer does go down. The Lakota is at 22 villagers. His opponent is at 23. Another round of cavalry archers now being employed on that. There are veteran cavalry archers as well.
Hazır. Evet.
Another shipment's available. Going for wood, which actually is probably good. I would be half tempted. Nah, he doesn't have enough food for the Sipahis. Cavalry combat wouldn't be half bad. And of course, Egyptian Mamluks also do cost quite a bit of resources as well. Cavalry archers have pathetically bad siege damage, 9 damage. And those it's going to take time just to counterattack, seeing those where these units are at. Obelisk guns, they have a siege attack, but it's not too great either. Though it does have 10 range rather than their standard 6. Ottoman Explorer has been reclaimed. Maybe I need to deploy out trade posts and or more town centers, but you can quickly go down once again. Axe Riders pushing way forward. These cavalry archers should not be sieging down that. He could simply just let it go down and just gave him big opportunity to counterattack. Good damage on these villagers. Got the wave of militia now being poured on forward. They do heavy extra damage versus heavy infantry, but of course these guys are not classified as heavy infantry. Good number of Ottoman villagers do go down. He's down to 20 now. The Sioux at 26. He does force him away, gets some good damage there, but in return, he got a large number of villager kills. We have a good number of villagers falling back. We do got some bow riders on the field, which is an anti-heavy cav unit. It is a skirmisher variant. Of course, that means it makes these fights relatively similar. They do 20 damage, 12 range, 250 health versus 15 damage, 12 range, and 318 health. So it seems relatively similar. Got more damage versus more health. Shimon Obelisk on his point of view. That is still not a good idea, in my opinion. He's fighting against cavalry. Sioux right now is not going for any more villagers. He's eyeing for the age up. He could bring in a shipment now or wait till later. Axe Riders do find a possible good opportunity there. While they do less damage versus these cavalry archers, they're just outnumbered and not receiving damage from turn, so great pick there. All those units do go down there. Villagers are big exposed. They do consent town center. Explorer does go down there, does spot the other Ottoman town center, so he does have 2 villager queues going. Which right now, very important, since he lost a good number of villagers. He's trying to torch it down. These Axe Riders do have 20 siege damage, which is decent. Getting some good flow damage there onto those units there. There's a nice little range force here that can back him up, but their damage output's not too great. Does pick off a couple Axe Riders. He does have all of his villagers still inside of here. Right now he's sort of poorly managing his villagers right now. He needs that food collecting. He needs a military force in the field. His opponent right now is going for age 3, going for the wise woman. Is that meant for like a free farm? I always forget which one's which. Got another corral going on up. Doing a good job of herding those deer back home. Do not have elite bow riders and elite axe riders being put on field. Eyeing for his upgrades. He has 2 shipments available. Goes ahead and bring in the adoption, which will give him quite a bit of XP. Also has some bison here. Is that from Big Button? That may have been from Big Button. We do also have now the North American trade. North American trade shipment has been deployed on the field. We do have more elite axe riders now being deployed on L as well. I saw him cancel one, so you can click a button again. Either you click one button to reduce the number, or click another button to add a number. This is one bit of a problem with this game, I would say. When you shift click or Q click in this game, it is not as convenient as say it's with Age of Empires 2 or 4. That's a quality of life thing that I think Age of Empires 3 does need. You now have a handful elite bow riders not being pulled on the field. Axe Riders and advancing forward. Archers in the back line as well. Axe Riders trying to go forward to hit the Obelisk Gunners. We do not have these elite bow riders pushing forward. Does get a couple kills on these villagers. We do 50% less damage versus villagers, but sometimes picking off is always nice. Obelisk Gunners getting overran. Cavalry Archers engaging Cavalry Archers. Militiamen does get picked off there. Looks like it's going to be a relatively even fight, but more bow riders now advancing forward. Another wave of militia now being point of view, and this time they have much more health. The Ottoman player is currently deploying out just more villagers. He has no food at the moment. He has a good number of idle villagers right now. And no food income whatsoever. This is a bit of oversight. He needs to get some food income. He does have some safety gear back here. He does have 3 groups of 3 towns now, getting some great village productions up to 30. His opponent's at 35. More elite rifle riders now pulled in the field. Trying to make his advance once again. More TPs going on up. Another TPs. Only 50, so they're pretty cheap. You can get up to 20 of them. Got a good number of units in the field, including a handful of rifle riders. Some AZAPs could be pretty useful in this situation. But right now, the Ottoman players are for just a good number of cavalry archers who do not have the cavalry combat being put on the field, increasing the hit points and damage of these cavalry units. You now have veteran Obelisk Gunners. I'm not sure why he's going for Obelisk Gunners. I think they're just a composition error from the Ottoman player. Obelisk Guns are just not a good item. Situation. These units are making their advance. Cavalry archers following has been built. Villager will get gunned down there. These forces are starting to fall on back. Sounds like arrow, of course not arrows, but firing away. Of course, there's quite a bit of units here, so it can get some good damage on the town center now. That villager will go down there. Cavalry archers engage some axe riders. Let's get a couple of them killed off there. Infantry start advancing forward. Starting to be engaged by these units. We've got a good number of rifle riders and bow riders in the back line. Rifle riders do bullets and heavy cav, which he's not fighting against. Also times 6 damage with artillery. That's much higher than regular dragoons. And the last force goes get cleaned on up. The Ottoman force is now down. Ottoman players going to be losing this town center. Both explorers are down. Sioux eyeing for now cavalry damage. And more cavalry archers there. And looks like the Ottoman player does back the game as well. I think the biggest problem was the fact he just went for Obelisk Guns and not AZAPs. The bow riders, cavalry archers were good, but I think the lack of AZAPs was a big problem. This Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.